Hi, John Bushy here again, and I'm talking about the 7-ton. Hopefully this will be a quick video. We're talking about the rear suspension boots, and there was one here. I'll put in a video to show you how bad it was. The Marines, for some reason, replaced some of the boots. There's one here. It's in pretty good shape. There isn't much grease in there, but still, the boot's in pretty good shape. For some reason, the Marines didn't replace these boots, and I think it's because this arm here is really hard to get up and down when you try and put it back together. This has to go into there. And so I think the Marines never bothered to replace these, at least on this truck. All 4 of them are completely worn out. And so I'm in the process of replacing the one back there. Let's go over there and take a look at that setup. So this is the back axle. Oh, and I should mention we took the wheels off so you can see it, but otherwise the wheel's up here someplace and you really can't see this very well. And I think it makes it a lot easier to work on this part. So anyway, this is the ball joint here, and here's the new boot. I've already put some grease in there. I use a special marine grease because these trucks see a lot of off-road use. So basically, we've taken off the old one, thrown it away. This is a new one from Polyboots. I really like these. These are a special material that's supposed to last 5 times longer than the OEMs. So I'll put a link to Polyboots in the description. Basically, we put this on here, and then this part of the boot fits into this groove. And then once you have all that put together, and you're supposed to put a spring in there, but the springs are really hard to find. And there's a spring to hold this end of the boot on too. So there's a spring here, but I can't find them. So most people just put some wire, some thin wire in there and twist it to make it tight. And then this whole assembly goes into there, and you put the nut on there, and then basically you're all done. I forgot to mention, and this is important, is over here, this arm, and I think this is another reason the Marines didn't replace these. This arm is really hard to move, but you need to move it in order to get it to line up with the ball joint. And so what I have is a 4-foot long pry bar, and I cram it into the springs, and then that way, with 4 feet, I'm able to lift it. Now sometimes it may be too high, and then you can also, put the bar there, and you can push it down. And by doing that, you can get it to line up. And it's really helpful to have 2 people while you're doing this, because I need to be at the very end of this bar, lifting it up or pushing it down. And then someone else needs to push the ball joint pin into here. And my wife was helping me, and she put a hammer on the back here and just hammered it in. Yeah, one more thing about these boots. So they go in here. I had a hard time finding these boots. And while I was looking everywhere, it turns out that the OEM ones are not very good. These are a really good boot. They'll last a long time, like I mentioned. And I'll put the information in the description, but this one's from polyboots.com. It's the biggest one they make, and the part number is 284831-1. There it is there. I'll put that in the description too. Yeah, these were hard to find, but in the end I found it out of Europe, I think Bulgaria. And so these are really good ones. I'm hoping that I can put these on my truck and they'll last as long as the truck. That would be nice. So for once I made a quick video. Thanks for watching. This is how it all works. And hopefully you'll see another video from me soon.